Can you guess what today is? It's Thirsty Thursday, Season 2. Let's go. Season 1, I encourage you that there was a force that was moving you forward. But in 2017, I want to warn you, although it may be painful, although it may be shaming, although it may be scary, you're about to be forced out. So you may ask yourself, how can I talk about being forced out? Something as unwanted and something as undesirable as being forced out sounds with the word of encouragement. Well, I have to go to a biblical text. It was a guy by the name of Jonah, and he was sent to a place called Nineveh. Nineveh was the ghetto, it was the hood, it was the people that walk by, that you clench your purse, that you check to see if your wallet's still there. And Jonah was told to go to these people and tell them, you know, you need to straighten up and fly right. You need to get your act together. But guess what? Instead of going where he was sent, what his purpose was calling him to do, he decided to get in the ship, and the first thing smoking, he was going the other way. So he got in this ship, and guess what happened? Ironically, a storm comes. And he does something kind of crazy, because not only does he ignore the storm, but he goes down to the bottom of the ship and goes to sleep. But people began to throw off excess baggage and all the dead weight. It's kind of funny how when you hit a storm or you hit some of life's stressors, you start to throw away things that you realize that were just unnecessary dead weight. And guess what? Because Jonah was not operating in his purpose and he was not walking out his true meaning of life, he became dead weight. Do you know when you're operating outside your purpose, you stayed at a place too long, you stayed in a relationship too long, you stayed in a house too long, or whatever it may be, you become toxic to that environment. Jonah asked to be thrown overboard. What's so funny about that is because he realized that it was still something in him that was going to resist. So what you need this year is a friend that's going to help throw you overboard. Say, girl, you can do it. Dude, you got it. Go ahead and apply for it. Try it out. But I want you to be encouraged today. The force that's pushing you is not as strong as the force that's pulling you towards your dreams, pulling you towards your achievement, pulling you towards your destiny, pulling you towards your purpose. So here's the sweet spot. Jonah finally did what he was supposed to do. He went on to that dry, ghetto, ratchet city, Nineveh. And when he went there, guess what? The same people that he despised believed God and decided to do better. I want to tell you that in 2017, although you may be pushed out of one place, you're going to be pulled into another place. And when you get there, they're going to say, she has what it takes. He has what it takes. There's something different about him. There's something different about her. When you walk in for the interview, you'll have the job because just by your presence, because they're not just believing in you, but they're believing in the God in you. Father God, thank you, because although this is a time of tension, we don't know what's going to happen from day to day. It seems like things are just taken out. Radical views are being opposed in the public eye every day. And we don't know what our future is. We don't know what's next. But all we know is that we're not in the place where we can be content. We're not in the place where we can be comfortable, because we need and we are getting forced out, God. And although this is uncomfortable and it's scary, but we know, God, that the force that is pushing us is not greater than the force that's pulling us. If you know somebody that's been forced out this year, why don't you tag them? It's New Wave on the Block. Check it out. Peace.